Open the damn door. Ain't got no grip on it. I got a deck connected to my room. So irritating. It'd be a little tight, so I gotta rearrange that room. Tight as hell. I don't want to get out the door. Yeah, right there. Peace, prosperity, purpose, profit, positivity. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, team? Yeah, supposed to be 90s all week. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? Life is amazing, y'all. Throughout all the twists and turns, it's amazing to wake up every day, do what you love, be yourself. A lot of people wake up try to see who they can be today, who they can try to act like. Ain't nothing like being yourself. Self made. Yeah. Yep. You never know. You never know who you can inspire and you motivate with your story. That's why growing up, I always, people try to tell the truth, but you see them lying shit, right? But I told myself, because I learned psychology early, when you lie, it's a fear of. So I didn't want to be afraid of anything. So I will always tell the truth. Um, to the point where my mother didn't even want to hear the truth. She didn't even want to hear it because she know if she can assume or think of what may possibly happen, she'd rather have that understanding versus me blatantly telling her what actually happened. Because a lot of people can't handle the truth. So I say that to say to get further in life, to get ahead, people, no matter what industry, no matter what field, right? People want someone they can depend on that's gonna tell them the truth. You know what I'm saying? If you naturally tell the truth, that's no biggie. It's easy job. You know what I'm saying? You always stay busy. You always stay with some type of work. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a liar, the word go around you lying, then people gonna the only business you get is people trying to see if you lie or not. You know what I'm saying? They hoping you lie so they can mess it up or they'll come in with half the money knowing hoping something happens so they ain't gotta pay the whole thing, but see what they can get out of you because you're known for being a liar or not finishing or not standing on your word. And like my story, my life, me just living my experiences is motivational to people. Especially when I tell my story, because it's like I look at their like certain people, I look at what they do after, right? And like they may double down on their business or may double down on their promotion, whatever they're doing. They'll double down on it and be more creative or be more productive with their business. And we may have went through similar things, you know what I'm saying? Um, and it's just a beautiful thing with a truth, because someone else's truth may be similar to yours, and they may have been down and out or not knowing what to do next. Um, and you may having someone else with the confidence and courage to keep going through things motivates others as well. Um, and it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause there was times where I had to sleep in my car. Um, I was waiting on my real estate to go through. I was getting harassed at the property I was staying at. Once it went through, day before the title company sold the property, they took my name off the title. The benefit was that the title company at least gave me the case number to the case that allowed them to take my name off the title, right? I looked up the case and I sent it to other attorneys. The case was within a week and I never got any notice. In the system, it shows I never got notice. There's no way I can get notice because it happened within a week, which is illegal. Um, when I approached the judge about it directly, his clerk even corrected him and said, "You signed off on this. You did this incorrectly without notice. But unfortunately, Mister Bullock, you have to get an attorney to reopen this case and go through the procedures." So now I didn't got beat out of my money. It was 100 grand, like 85 to 100 grand, right? Then I got to come up with some more money, 20, 30 grand to reopen the case. And an attorney told me straight up, by the time we get through the procedures, may take a couple years, they can file bankruptcy. You done spent 30, 40,000 on the case. You know how much money you supposed to get out of how much money what it was. You think you gonna have that left over? You know, the judge can do a default order, but they file bankruptcy, you know, it's like waste of time. Do my own due diligence. It's a waste of time because it's not enough money based on the legal fees, based on the amount. I know a lot of people are like 100 grand, that's a lot of money, this and that. Now when you got to go to chancery court, uh, and go through their parameters and procedures, because that's a strictly business law. Even though it's a breach, there's a lot of things done illegally where that judge can get in trouble as well and get disbarred. And the attorney that filed everything, the best option I had was civil, where it had to been a intentional tort. So, um, and I can get more in damages going through the civil, and I can represent myself um, through litigations and file what I need and what's necessary, motions, all those things, which is necessary and saves a lot of money from an attorney. Because if you have the knowledge of, have a law license, or don't have a, but you know all the law, you can represent yourself. Because they used to be able to appoint you as a attorney if you know an attorney or an attorney can vouch for your legal knowledge, or a judge can vouch for your legal knowledge without going to school, based on your experience, your court experience, and handling paperwork. But in the Constitution, lawyers were created for the incompetence of people not knowing the law. So when you have someone represent you, that means you're incompetent in the courtroom. So that's why they don't even want you to talk. If you have a lawyer, you have an attorney present, please stop speaking. And they treat you that way because they have to view you as, technically they view you as incompetent of having knowledge of the law. So you can't speak. Anytime you speak, it's gonna be ignorance or to cause a disruption or argument or confusion. Um, so when you don't have an attorney and you represent yourself and you do the procedures properly, and the language that you converse with is proper, they have to respect you as such. because you're not incompetent. They have to view the case as, okay, this person is serious. It's not just someone he's paying someone to take care of. He's or she's knows what's going on and has to take care of it properly because they don't have no one they can trust to handle these procedures properly. They don't want it to be delayed. You know what I'm saying? So, um, me joining this American Fathers group is nationwide. Um, a lot of fathers going through similar things with parenting because that wasn't a parenting situation. That was, but it also that situation was an assistance to harm me through the parenting situation. So me joining this group that shared nationwide, a lot of brothers and some sisters, they had they wasn't just going through with the other parent of their child. Their own parent helped the other parent harm them financially and harm them psychologically, um, which made a lot of things worse than just parenting court because now you have a court against you on top of you trying to co-parent or communicate and be civil with a parent with your child. But it's a code of people that can never be in the relationship that you are in with the other parent, but they have comments, they have opinions, they have theories to influence the other parent to be against you, but they don't actually know the real reason or understand the real reason that that parent has against you, but they create more reasons why that parent should be against you, which has nothing to do with the benefit of the child. And as a father, you're trying to reconcile just for to be in a child's life. And it's not even to how the relationship with the other parent, just reconcile parenting so y'all can be on the same page parenting with the child. And our own parents will help create a cycle because you're the one that's going to break the cycle. You're the black sheep that was going to break the cycle. You're the one that actually took care of your family, provided, and done positive things, but you came from a negative environment and they're corrupting your family so you can be alone and go through the same cycle that your parent that wasn't around went through or worse without taking accountability and acknowledging, you know what I'm saying, or preventing things from getting besides themselves or getting worse. But the economy shows that when fathers are involved, there's less crime, children are more educated, children are more successful with fathers present. A single parent is just as a single father raising a child is just as good as a two-parent household. But a single mother household is the worst household to raise the children. But we have a system that encourages that when it's a split or a diffusion in the family, that the child automatically goes with the mother until proven otherwise in court. The mother, some mothers beg and feel entitled to child support. But how is that person that needs child support the best suitable parent and best interest for the child if they need financial assistance and support from the other parent to have full custody and sole custody of that child? Well, common sense ain't too common. Now the system is upgrading and updating, and now they're starting to say, "Oh, well, that don't make sense." A lot of, "Oh, that don't make sense." So it's interesting how things are changing. They even started to notice that when black people get pulled over, they get the most harassed, and 9 times out of 10, they go to jail when they get pulled over. Like, they're starting to show that, like, admit it now. And one thing I wanna let people know, like, racism or whatever, ageism, because it's more so age discrimination now. Um, all that shit is to implement to confuse, distract, and put us against each other in America. Everybody else don't give a fuck about that shit. It's about who got money and who don't. Who's positive and who's negative. Who can help you and who can't. Who's structured and peaceful and who's not. The upper echelons, they may be all black. You know what I'm saying? The richest of richer people may be all black, maybe all white, maybe all orange, Mexican, whatever. I guarantee it's a big diverse pool, and they could give a fuck about the color of your skin. They get or how old you are. They give a fuck about do you have my best interests? You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's a multi-diverse in different countries. Why wouldn't the top rulers of the world be multi diverse? They put things in place to keep things at a certain level. You know what I'm saying? You have to have knowledge of self. What's going on? That's all I'm share with y'all this morning. It's getting spicy out. Got some moves to make. You dig? For peace, prosperity, purpose, productivity. Let's get it.